What's up, y'all? DTM here, chilling in the new desk. We're gonna do a video here, so welcome.
Hello.
Peter,
Hey, Dan.
how you doing, bro?
Good. How are you?
Oh man, I'm pretty well, bro. I finally got a good night's sleep. I'm back home. I'm getting settled. I'm feeling peaceful and energized and very excited about life.
Here, man.
How are you?
Here. I'm doing good. I'm excited. I got a little bit of anxiety, but it's all good anxiety. It's just so new to me. I've been getting this is what's been going on with me. You know, I've lost 11 pounds in 11 days, and a lot of people are starting to jump on the wagon of trying to tell me this or that because they see that I finally kind of came out publicly and, said how I gained, 40 and 50 pounds back out of the 200 that I lost. And it's like, I don't want to really hear from anyone. I have to do what Johnny Depp told me once. He told me to distance myself from the world and just concentrate on what you want to do. And this is what works for me. So I really don't want to hear from anybody, at all. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. If I can do this for 60 days and lose 60 pounds, I couldn't be more happier. As far as the way I feel good. I had some headaches for a couple of days. I think it could just be the diet adjusting. This has been 11 days now without, any kind of animal protein and without any kind of cooked foods. I did have the steamed vegetables once on the weekend, and then I steamed the asparagus last night. But as far as the headaches were there, but it's any kind of change, diet change. But I think that it was because I didn't do some juicing for 2 days, and I think that when you were here, for those days that you were here, we kind of kept feeding all day long, like drinking, feeding, and I think the minute that stopped, I just went straight raw. I might have had a little bit of headaches and lightheadedness, which I would think could be normal. Is that true?
Yeah, it is. I was feeding you guys pretty regularly and some heavier stuff, so it was going to be a slow detox. And if I have this correct, are you working out pretty hard at the gym? Are you hitting it pretty hard?
Okay, well, this is the topic of today is going to be I don't know if it's in my mind. You got a lot of great fans, Dan. I just wanted to commend you on that. You have a wonderful following of wonderful people, and a lot of them communicate with me, and I actually been learning through them. I think some of them have been learning through me too, as as I speak with some of the things that I've learned along my journey. But part of the topic that is am I getting enough protein for the workouts I'm doing? Just so you know, the workouts are a little bit different from what I've been reading online on your blogs and sites from some of the other people. I noticed they like to do a lot of biking and swimming and running. I love all that stuff too. It's more of a hobby for me to do that kind of stuff. But what drives me is my old days that I'm trying to let go of, which was, being teased, breaking a lot of chairs, not being able to fit in airplane seats, and being basically, I got 3 seatbelt violations in my car because I couldn't fasten the seatbelt. So what happens to me is when I go to the gym, it's like a different person that I turn into, and I take everything out, all my aggression, and I let it all go on the weights. And I was saying to a lot of people too on the subscribers, it's not always just heavy weights. You could do light weights. It's just the supersetting of the weights. It's kind of like it gets it all out of me,
Amen.
Before back in the day, it used to be, like drugs was my high, but now like my high is going into the gym, thinking about all those people that teased me and all those bad things, and I kind of just let it out at the gym. And it's my passion, and that's what drives me. And let's go to the anchor. So yes, to answer your question, the workouts are pretty intense, and they are. I do work out pretty hard. I'm trying to build a temple, a clean temple. I just Googled a guy named, I think his name is Billy Simmons. He's I think that was his name. I'm not quite sure, but he's a vegan bodybuilder, and I got a couple other ones on there, and I'm very interested in their tips as far as protein and how they're feeding that muscle to have their workouts to the best fulfillment, because I felt a little weak. I didn't make it through 2 of my workouts. I've been doing something called Ultra Fit for the last year, and John DeFendis, who's Mr. USA, he taught me this way of working out, which is just basically doing 2 things at once. You're supersetting the body parts, and you're doing doing everything very slow. So it's like you're really squeezing the muscle and doing it. And I didn't make it through the workouts twice this week. But I also lost 11 pounds. So it's, you know what I mean? It's very hard for me to really understand it. And that's what brings us here today to hear from the master of disaster, Dan the Man.
Hey, right on. You know exactly how to set. You're really very talented, Peter. You're going to go very far with this because you know exactly when you've spoken enough, and I need to address this for you. So I just see it's such a bright future for you, man, as a human being.
Thank you.
Let's get you strong and fit. Now, first of all, and I'm talking. We're making a video, by the way. I think I let you know that, right?
Great. I love videos. You know, I love the camera.
Okay. I know you do, bro. We'll do another one soon. Anyways, the first thing is patience. You're going to be dealing with ups and downs, no doubt, for quite a while, you know, to reach your goal. Okay, so that's the number one thing. You're going to go through some serious, you know, ups and downs and stuff like that. Now, the fruit is going to be the energizing and cleansing. You're in a unique situation where a lot of people, they're just trying to lose weight, right? But they're not really doing the vigorous workouts as well. So when you're doing the workouts, you're going to be producing some acid waste. So at the same time, you're going to want to be flushing the acid waste from the heavy lifting or just the intense lifting. And so you're going to use the greens and the alkalins for that. That's going to be like watermelon, celery juice, cucumber juice, coconuts, all the alkaline forming fruits and plants. And I understand exactly what you mean because I can eat fruit all day, every day for a long time. But as soon as I hit the gym, there's one thing that starts craving in my body, and that is vegetables. And now I've been avoiding nuts completely since I left Florida. So, but I've been in the gym every other day. And so what I did, and this is, you can take this for your own, you know, teaching, is that fruit's going to give you the energy. But if you're hitting the weights hard, you're going to need to suck down some serious aminos from green plant foods. Okay,
here we go.
And so I'm talking about like
from green plant foods, and I'm going to let you keep going, Dan, because what I'm going to need from you is a list of some proteins. I know we had spinach, and I know we had some other stuff on there that I'm getting the proteins from. But I'll let you finish. But I really wanted to know if I could put the organic black beans somewhere in there. If they're cold, I'll wash them for 3 years or for 36 hours, whatever you can do, if it's possible. If you say no, it's no.
Well, the thing is, on the Lose a Pound a Day program, the beans do not fit in. They will stop the flow of the lymph. What you're dealing with, a pretty unique situation, Peter, and that is that, and I'm going to let you roll with it. I would advise other people maybe that aren't in the position that you're in to just lay off the workouts and just focus on the flow of the lymph. But the type of personality you are, I'm going to have to say that you're the type that's going to be cleansing and building all along, because I can tell you're a go-getter, you're hyped up type dude. So you're going to need to, in order to really lose a pound a day, you're going to have to continually keep the lymph moving while simultaneously, consuming enough of those aminos to where you don't feel fatigued. So that's going to be like fruits prior to the workouts and for snacks to keep that lymph dissolving, okay? But you're also going to want to consume those aminos in a form that are mucusless, okay? And the reason, that's why the greens work so well. But the thing is nobody ever eats enough leafy greens, and then they have to go to other more concentrated protein sources, which keeps the cells and the lymphatic system from getting into a higher cellular respiration quality. And when I'm talking about leafy greens here to satisfy those amino acid desire from your muscles, I'm talking about a big, huge pile of green stuff. Kale, cabbage, spinach, bok choy is epic. What else is there out there? There's different kinds of Chinese herbs.
How about sprouts, Dan? Is there any sprouts?
There should be lots of sprouts, bro. On the Lose a Pound a Day program, alfalfa sprouts, clover sprouts, broccoli sprouts, but one that's going to help
They
you.
don't have the same amount of protein in them.
You want to know what's going to be great for you, bro, at this time? Is going to be mung bean sprouts.
That's what I'm talking about. This is what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear a bean, something that I could just feel in my head, my twisted head, that like I'm going to eat the mung beans, I'm going to be able to throw up the weights I always do and go through my workout. And that's I just like to complete. Even if I have to do it with no weight, I just like to complete the workouts. And you just hit on something that I think is going to be the new thing for me this week: mung beans.
You know what mung beans are? The little green ones?
I thought they were white, but they're green.
The mung beans are green. The mung bean sprouts are the Chinese sprouts. Those are fully sprouted. When you eat the mung bean sprouts, which are little green things, go to the market, Whole Foods or whatever, and get some mung beans. You take a jar, you soak them for about 12 hours, rinse them off. They're little, and they'll be sprouted. They're the ones they use in the Chinese restaurant, but I like to eat them only one day sprouted because they have a higher protein content at that time. But they're also a living food. And it's important, Peter, that on the Pound a Day program that you're eating always living food, because dead food slows down the enzyme response in the body. Dead food slows down the flow of the lymph. You want to keep your lymph.
It chills down my spine, brother. There is no more dead food. It's out of my vocabulary.
Amen, bro. So that's because that's it. Then not only were you going to lose the weight and get better, but as the years go on and you stay on a living food program, you're going to become it changes you as a human being. It wakes you up on every level. Raw living food. You don't have to be 100% anything. But if you can get up to 80, 90%, and then like in the winter when it's freezing outside or whatever, and you want to make a little butternut soup or some steamed veggies, but you don't want to eat like cooked fat. And cooked carbohydrates are also very challenging on the kidneys. So there's just these principles. Like some steamed veggies are very benign. They don't have the bioluminescence, which, by the way, there's a couple comments on the last video about bioluminescence. If you can't see the light that's coming out of fruits, it's not fresh enough. And if you can't see the light coming out of other human beings, then you need to keep eating.
I know there's steamed vegetables to a limit. I could understand that. As far as I have one other inquiry about cold-pressed olive oil, organic cold-pressed olive oil, just a teaspoon, just not even a half a teaspoon, just on top of the vegetables at night for dinner for me. Is that okay?
It's okay, but to really accelerate the pound a day, which you take out all the fat, Peter, there's a possibility that you could lose even 2 pounds a day in your state, but only for a while. And the only reason I say that, and don't get frustrated you're on it, you're losing a pound a day right now, and you can do that probably for another couple of weeks or so. But what's going to happen, bro?
That would be great, man. That would be great.
But then what's going to happen, bro, is you're going to be.
I don't know who's listening to this right now, but just so you know, I just want to say this: I haven't lost 11 pounds in over a year. Okay. I dropped 200 pounds, and I hit a wall. I gained back 45 pounds, and haven't lost an inch or pound since then.
And then
the first time in my life, and first time in my life since my weight loss, I've lost any weight. So at this point, it's like this is a whole new world to me, and it feels good too. It feels like another part of my journey once again. I announced it on Facebook this morning in front of 2,000 friends and followers. I said I'm now a raw vegan. I've lost 11 pounds in 11 days. The comments just went like all the way through. Like, really? Like, are you really? I said, yeah. Because you know why? Because it works.
Yeah, it does.
Saying that and it wasn't working, that would be a different situation. But you know how I am. I'm a realist, and I will tell the hard truth. And if something works for me, I'm going to tell you. Hey, Dan, I had some great tomatoes from this place. They were freaking great. Like, I'm going to tell you. Like, that's just the way my personality is. So when something's working for me, and I really enjoy responding to the people and the subscribers too. And there's been so much support and love coming from your angle and your way, and even a lot of questions, and I love to answer the questions.
I'm gonna put your link. I'm gonna put your link. You're gonna text me your link to your YouTube channel, and then I'm gonna put that down below this video so more people can get connected. Because you are a champion, bro. Let me finish what I was saying. so that everyone gets this. And thanks for your patience today, my friend. The weight loss might slow down for you, Peter, because you're going to be simultaneously building muscle, which does weigh more than fat. So if you level off and start losing only 2 to 4 pounds a week in a few weeks, don't worry about it. You'll be building quality tissue while eliminating superfluous excess mucus tissue, and you'll just get stronger and fitter. I want you to work on your liver, though. So get your hands on some dandelion greens and put those in your juices, as well as beet juice. Beet juice, dandelions, and lemons are the...
dandelion green, and what was the other thing?
Dandelion greens, lemon, and beets. And then toss an apple in there, and you've got a real liver flush. Because I know you've got some liver issues, I can tell by looking at...
liver and kidney. My brother Tony was, he actually is having some problems. My oldest brother is bodybuilder. He's having some problem with his kidneys now.
Yeah,
so
because...
that's something I have to actually check on.
The meat... The meat causes a lot of... Well, you'll be fine now that once you go raw vegan, your kidneys, the accumulations, the body can't handle that much animal protein. So, what's next? We got the mung beans. That's going to save you. So take some mung beans, some parsley, some tomatoes, and then I would recommend learning how to make an avocado sauce as opposed to the olive oil. The avocado... It digests and emulsifies a little bit easier, has some fiber, and is more of a whole food.
Yes.
So you can learn how to take a little bit of lemon juice and avocado and blend that. And it's best to have no more than half an avocado a day, but I realize you need to be realistic. The best thing to do is to live on a no-fat diet for as long as you can. But it's not that easy, I understand, and you're working out hard too. But you lose a lot more weight lymphatically. You create a pressure release as the lymph starts flowing, because when you eat watermelons and lemons and oranges and grapes, that starts dissolving lymph because the fruit acids dissolve mucus waste. Then as the kidneys start to flow by the relinquishment or the release of the starchy carbs, the beans, the meat, and the other hard foods on the kidneys start to drain, the lymph starts to move, and the whole body begins a swelling and a pressure that's in the obese person's body begins to be released and flushes out through the urine. So basically all your fat that you're overweight dissolves through the urine and comes out your urine. So you want to pee out your obesity, basically. And so fruits...
I like that a lot.
And so, Pete, I want you to keep thinking. Fruits for energy, and then the green juices. And I'm not talking about like 1 32-ounce jar of juice for a guy like you. I'm talking about I can drink like 2 jars of green juice to get enough aminos. That being said, the other thing that I would recommend is hemp seeds. Okay. Now remember though, any fat or nut is going to slow down the weight loss, but you are building... I'm not talking about eating like a bowl of them, I'm just talking about like a handful before I go to the gym with like, just basically some of those beans, maybe in a salad with some parsley, tomato, a little bit of lemon juice, and maybe just a half a cup of hemp seeds. I'm not talking about chowing down on nuts or seeds. I just want to, it could go in my head. The whole thing be mental, but I just want to feel like I have a little bit more protein in me, that's all. I know that you're busy, and I know that you're going to be making videos and doing a lot of different things today, and I don't want to get on you. I have 2 last things that I'd like to discuss. If I can ask you a question, if you have for me. Oh, no problem, bro. The first one is apple cider vinegar, organic apple cider vinegar. Can I use that with some lemon juice? And let's say, I know I told you it wasn't a cheat, but I did use a teaspoon of hummus that I put in there with the apple cider vinegar and the lemon juice. I was wondering if that was apple cider vinegar was okay. I would leave the hummus out because what it'll do is it'll keep you kind of addicted to the cooked. But the apple cider vinegar, I think, is a great food. It's a mucus dissolver. Great, love it. A mucus dissolver, you're the man. I love that. Oh, you gotta love apple cider vinegar. You are a real piece of work. Well, I do know that. Oh yeah, anything that's a mucus dissolver. I mean, even me, a little thin guy that's hella healthy, is always trying to dissolve mucus because you're breathing the air, man. It's everywhere. Now, you don't want to be crazy like me. Most people shouldn't be as insane as I am, but I'm going for the prize, baby. So I recommend going for the prize. This is not like it's like, hi, I'm Dan McDonald, I'm healthy. And I'm talking about, hi, I'm Dan McDonald. I've become illuminated spiritually through the path of discipline, of the vibrational bioluminescence of fruits and herbs. Mind, body, fruits, you know, high level.
And, the last thing's kind of a loop. This is a Dan the Man life generator trivia question. How do you feel about an ear cleanse? Cleansing of the ears with a candle.
Well, I think I've done ear candling before.
You have? Okay.
Yeah, I have, and I had some results, kind of, but I don't think it addresses the underlying cause, which is the dairy, the grains, which causes.
Help my headaches.
You know, if I was you, bro, I would say the release of the pressure from the lymphatic system upstairs is actually moved better through a colonic or a series of colonics, because
that's what Carrie told me.
You've got all this pressure built up.
Just a question. I figured that was something. Lots of people have different cleanses, and you're the king of cleanse. So, like, how about an ear cleanse? I thought about that today.
If you want to do an ear cleanse, just relinquish the cooked foods, the dairy, the meat, the carbs, and eat lots more fruits and vegetables. That's my message, is that everyone's going to benefit from consuming more fresh fruits and vegetables. Is there anything else today, Pete?
That's going to be it, but I'm going to let you go, Dan, but I am going to just reframe on my protein before the gym. We're going to go with a little lemon juice, avocado, maybe make it like into a sauce with some parsley and tomatoes over some mung beans that are going to be soaked for 12 hours. Okay, that's going to be a nice little pre-workout dish for me. I'm going to stick also with leafy greens like spinach, kale, and carrots before the workouts to absorb all my amino acids, maybe a small half a cup of hemp seeds as well, and stick to the spinach, and that's it. And as far as a cold sweet potato, that's not on the list, right?
As far as steamed?
No, just cold. I'll eat it cold at this point if you allow me.
I would say that that's not the best. Is the starches not the best, not the worst. The best, and I want you to always keep pounding this into your head, as I always do. Fresh fruits, leafy green herbal juices are going to be the foods that make people healthy, energized, hydrated, alkalized, detoxified, beautiful.
No black beans, no hummus.
No, those things, I mean, they're okay, but they're
vegetables, fruits, and love, baby.
That's it. So let me just I'll have you try something, Peter. I want to recommend to you and everyone else out there, because I like what you're going to do. I want you to, what you mentioned there, I want you to try that and do that. But one of these days, I want you to try to carb up on fruit, big time. Like even if it's like 8 bananas or whatever, or even if it's like a whole bunch of dates, or oranges or grapes or cherries or mangoes or whatever. But load up on 1 to 3 different kinds of fruit and get full. Fill your tank up before the workout and see what it's like to have a fruit workout. And then after the workout, that's when you do your aminos. That's when you want to have that high energy, easily digestible foods, but you got to make sure you get enough before you go in so that you're carved up. And then you have the aminos and the fats afterwards. Digestion is really high after a workout, and the muscles really want those aminos, the ripped muscle fibers, for the next couple of days. The other thing too, though, Pete, is that you need to understand is that when you eat the fruit, you're going to be detoxing. So if your workouts suffer a little bit, don't take it personally. You've got a lot of toxins in your body, bro, because you were eating tons of animal products, paleo style, lifting weights. So you need to clean out and detoxify. So if you go to the gym and you're not feeling it, don't get sad, don't get down. Just realize the body is doing its thing, and for the long term, you're really doing the right thing. Go home and rest. Now, I know with your personality, it's going to take a little more spiritual development here, humility, but be ready.
Very much, man, and we will be in touch, and I will be having email on Friday to give an update. But right now, 11 pounds, 11 days, Dan is the man.
Okay, Peter, thank you so much, man. I'm really glad to make this video with you. Text me your YouTube channel.
Will do. Mind over body, baby.
Mind Over Body?
You got it, baby.
Okay, go to Mind Over Body at youtube.com. Check out my boy Peter.
I'm gonna text it over. I'm gonna text it over to you.
Okay, I'll put that below the video. Thanks, bro. Keep in touch with me, man. Let me know how it's going.
Alrighty.
Later. See you, Pete. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, so thanks for watching this video. I try to keep them short, but I have to honor and respect the other person. They get excited, and then, you know, Pete, he's really excited. He likes to talk. But I try to compress things into it as short, but I can only do what I can do. So I hope you learned something from this video. There is a lot more to this subject. I mean, we would have to go on for hours. So we'll try to keep making videos, finessing this thing, and you can get the little tidbits and nuggets, because there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom and experience inside of me, you know, that after years of bodybuilding and detoxing, I've kind of done the extremes of intense bodybuilding, like 10,000 calories a day, eating myself sick, all the way over to like no food, water fasting. And so you get this idea of what's going on. Right now I'm just working on energy, beauty, and spiritual clarity. You know, I'm going to be going through a period of actually growing younger here in the next, over the course of the summer, because I'm going to stop being stressed out all the time, traveling all over everywhere. And trying to save the planet and do all this stuff. I end up back here at home in Oakland, you know, with the same amount of money that I did when I left. It's like, why am I killing myself, you know, to just end up right back where I started? So I'm going to settle down and actually follow my dream of complete regeneration, spiritual illumination, by getting grounded somewhere for once in my life. I've been traveling for 22 years. And I am going to make videos every day, and hopefully you can feel the transmission of the love. And I'm going to keep on talking with people, working with people, and gathering context so that you can continue to learn, and I can continue to learn and continue to share my art and my love for raw foods, fruits and vegetables, illumination, transfiguration, you know, the acceleration of growth. You know, it's like God is doing this, really, but I like to choose to see, whether it's an illusion or not, that I am consciously involved in my evolution on every level, not just health. I love health, and that's not the be-all, end-all. There's much more going on as far as surrender. Today is the day I wake up every day and I have a tenet to live by, and today the tenet is acceptance. So, and I meditate, and then I wait for the right value or quality to come into my mind. And today the value and quality was acceptance of myself, of life as it is. And I hope that you can learn something from that. Pick out a spiritual field of energy in which to align yourself and focus on that day. So today I'll be focusing on pure acceptance of every single thing that comes along. Dan the Man, the Life Regenerator, I've taken enough of your very valuable time as it is. I want to let you go now. Go out there and live a great life. Get excited about the preciousness of your life. Every moment is a blessing, no matter what's going on. It is infinitely valuable, and that's what you are. And I just want to, if I can get anything across to the people that watch these videos, is that life is extremely precious. Soak up every minute of it. Take advantage of the fact that you have two legs and go out and walk, okay? Go out and live and do something fun. If you can only walk 25 yards, which a lady the other day, she told me I can only walk 25 yards before I'm tired, then you walk 25 today, and then tomorrow you walk 30 yards, and then you walk 35, and in a year you'll be walking in a mile, and you'll have lost 50 pounds or 100 pounds. You can do this. You can change your life. You don't really need to change anything. You're perfect just the way you are. You're beautiful. You're divine. You're the expression of divinity at this moment. You can't get any better. But you can consciously be evolved in creating a unique and new and more pleasant experience for yourself through the power of intention. So get intentional with your life. Make it cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sit here at this desk and help hella people. That's my intention. I don't know I can't say the number, but I am going to help as many people. I am going to help more people get healthy than anyone on the history of the planet. That's my intention. Can you dig it? Live intentionally. Get a dream so that when you get up in the morning, you can't lay there. You got to get up, take a shower, and get stoked on making some stuff happen for the betterment of mankind, the elevation of consciousness, your own personal consciousness, and the consciousness of mankind. Because that's just the right thing to do. Isn't it? Thank you so much. Go down and click on Pete's. Go over to Pete's video. Subscribe to him. He's a great guy. Check out his story. He's lost hella weight. Then he put it back on. Now he's ready for the next level. I hate to say raw vegan thing because I'm not really a raw vegan. I'm just a fruit and vegetable human potential advocate. And fruits and vegetables just so happen to be one of the most pragmatic and simple things that you can do to transform your health, your life, your consciousness. So, but the raw vegan thing, it does work when you get to the next level to graduate into another level of being, because the electricity is very, very, very useful, and it is there. It is there in the fresh fruits hanging from the trees. It is summertime, and we are going to wake up. Life Regenerator family, it is summertime. It is springtime still yet, but the herbs to regenerate and heal, and the fruits coming off the trees, baby, and off the vine from the fields, we are all about that. We are waking up. We're making this world a paradise on earth. Can I get an amen, baby? Thank you so much. I really, really love making these videos for you. Peace.